Blizzard.
Enormous is here first.
Blizzard.
Clow who just claimed second.
Boom, boom, boom. What's up, sweetie? Want to say hello to Katie Lou? You want to say hello to Enormous? Huh? Okay, I guess not. Hello, KT. How are you? What's up? Hmm? I am brain dead as well. Brain dead as well. Tired. Got quite a bit done today. Just been one of those days, hasn't it, though, sweetie? Gang. I had emails from the client this morning and field measured and saw 0 fields. Congratulations. We've done the job. We measured 0 things today. Just slap the note, grade to drain. It'll be fine. I think we missed the measurement. That was one of my problems. The civil engineer has been off on the job and their grading plans are not clear. We don't want to confuse this jurisdiction by adding a note. Okay. They've been competitive and threw me under the bus. Okay. You're more than welcome to paint with me. We are going to try to remember how we do the cell shading that I was working on. And I just realized I technically don't need a wet palette for this and could be using my dry palette. But habit is habit. Habit is habit, isn't it, sweetie? For it is Kitty's role to swat at the paper. What's up? Oh, what's up? How are you? Hmm? What's up? Hmm? What's up, sweetie? Okay. Okie dokie there. What's up? What's going on? What's up? Hmm? All right, so we're going to be painting from the Arkham Asylum today. And we have... I pulled out Killer Croc because I thought it would be easy to tackle his palette. This is a green, and this is like a dark gray. Like a charcoal dark gray, essentially. So I think that's where I start. And then the skin tone could be alien flesh. Because it is a green gray. So what if I did it that way? And use my brown liner as my shadow. Yes, 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 yes. I might have to switch over to smoke. Hold on. I need my pen and paper. What's up, sweetie? All right. All right, KT. We have a pack list. We have a ReaperCon packing list of all of the things to remember to take to myself. And which one of the things is bling table. A shopping list that I need to remember that I have bringing this time. Brown liner. I started making a list of the colors I'm taking to Reaper. As far as I got. I figured you would enjoy the fact that I started making a list. I make a new checklist every hour I'm working on this project sometimes, just because I need to. All right, so my non-metallic silver shadow could be used to darken this up, but I need to figure out what color this is. What color is his body? Only 27? At one point, I used to have that many. Now I just get stuck to high priority projects. Hi. I don't think I want ghoul or moldy. I think alien skin is probably going to be the closest I can get. Which, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just need something that I can darken up halfway. For this, I am going to want white. And now I need a brown. What kind of brown is that? No. Closer? What you doing? Huh? What's up, sweetie? What's going on? What? What? Huh? Griffin Golden Brown is not right. Hmm? Mild gray is not correct. What's wrong? What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, this one is too dark. What? Hi. Hi. Can I help you? Hmm? Can I get to my painting area? I love you dearly. We're only going to focus on the killer croc today. I need a yellow. Yellow. Great. I want to give you a pet since I want to give you a pet. You're a pretty girl. Yes, you are, sweetie.
Catra. Studio 7 just showed up with new friends. Hope they have treats.
Studio J7. How was the viewers gallery? I was watching parts of it. I was in and out doing work stuff most of the day, like I typically do during your streams. Hello. Of course, as I turn the camera off, where's the cat go? She goes over there. Is that awkwardly? Welcome in, Raiders from Studio J7. I am Painty Paint Paints. That is Catra. She is the kitty of the kittiest. She likes to be very rambunctious at the beginning of stream. I don't know why, but she really does. She usually calms down, and then we'll get some painting in, and then we'll see what happens. Tonight's project is we're going to get back to self-shading. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Welcoming Creepy Kangaroo, Sleepyhead Paints. And we're going to start tackling our killer croc. If we get him done, we'll move down to her. I forget what her name is off the top of my head. Yeah. If you like Batman the animated series and you like board games, this is very, 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 very faithful to that whole idea and conversation. Each of the missions is supposed to be the episode that they appeared in. So the Feet of Clay. IDW. It's IDW. They had some issues at the beginning, or they had some issues during the Kickstarter because they got too faithful to the animated series, and Warner Brothers and them had some conversations, apparently, throughout it numerous times about using direct artwork, because a lot of it is very similar. But I mean, the entirety of the roles, it's very, like, I went all in, and I've got Arkham Asylum, we have the stretch goals, and we do have the main box painted. We do have the main box painted. Give me 1 second. And as I move this box out of the way, another box is behind this box. Yeah, so this camera zoomed all the way out. Yeah, it's really hard to get this whole thing on. But yeah, it's this whole box is painted. Aha. Aha. So yeah. You have all the major villains at the beginning. You have Bullock, Harley Quinn, Isis, the Joker. Upon leathery wings of the Man-Bat, both Batman and Robin, and all the fun characters that go along with it. Yeah, so it was around Man-Bat that I decided to kind of shift over the painting style a little bit and kind of keep to more of the comic style. It kind of works out for some of them, but Man-Bat was the first one that I did and started making sure that I drew in my hard dark lines and all that jazz with black inks and what have yous. I took a minor break because I was painting up a Malediction warband. My word, that was a lot. Yeah, it really works for the style. And the style really helps paint them as well. But yeah. I have these at the ready. I need to put these two in your viewers gallery before I leave for ReaperCon. I've got to make like an active note to make sure I get in there at the beginning of it, because the 3 that I plan to put into ReaperCon, you're really gonna like, or I might do it once I get back. Just because they're so cool. But yeah, we were on Wednesdays. We were painting up the Malediction Warband. So I painted these guys up and I'd taken a break, so we're ready for ReaperCon. I just got to finish my diorama and we'll be good to go. And I'll do that off stream and then possibly give it a matte varnish. We'll see. We'll see. But someone has claimed this one already and really wants it for their shelf. Hello, sweetie. How are you? Okay. But yes, thank you for the raid, Studio J7. As always, it is great and amazing to see you, my friend. And we have the best helper right now. She does the loaf and stares at me. She does the loaf and stares. Are you going to tell everybody how I'm like an evil human or something? And how I've like kept you from your, like, I'm not filling your dish up all the time the moment you eat 3 bits of kibble? Is that why you're frustrated with me? Hmm? I have plenty of toys that have treats in them for you. And you don't seem to care much about them. And if you need to raid run, Jay, because I know it is getting late for you, all is good. I look forward to your streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Yeah, okay. We're going to run with these colors and see what we get. Let's see what we get. Good evening, Valorith. How are you? Oh, I do need one more thing, don't I? I do need some black ink eventually. Tired. Join the club. We are tired here as well. We do the sleepies, we get the relaxedies, but now we do the painties. No. Hmm? If we're going to paint, we might need paintbrushes. Rumor has it. Rumor has it you need a paintbrush to paint. Maybe this one. We'll probably be able to get away with 3 most of the night. I might want a 1 just in case. Or a different one just in case, so I can base coat and be not gentle with my brush. Okay, watch out list. Watch out list. What was the rules I was playing with when I started doing these? I will do the rock first. So, I remember correctly, the rule was where it is white, we do the lightest. That cannot be comfortable on your neck when you lay like that, just out of curiosity, my love. So we set up 3 colors. 1, 2, 3. And we do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. I can feel you on that, being tired as well. I am tired, and we're trying to do our best. That's all we can do. All right, so you're going to go to your little cubby hole and hang out there? I'm missing something. My brain. My brain is doing something right now. Please give me 1 second. I need to organize myself. Myself is not organized. Organized self, please come back. Today is 8/5. Yep. There's a ruler that gets to go in there. Yep. This is a pen. This is a pen. Where's my pen? Mark Studio Jason. We call it great. And then we pick up our miniature and we go, okay. The rule was now where we're gray, we do our midtone, which is going to be just the brown. KT's going to do some painting tonight with us. She's going to hang out and co-paint. Let's go. Hello. Mm-hmm. And when you have a nice even base coat. Boom, boom. My microphone has moved because someone nudged it out of the way. You have a great night, Studio J7. Thank you for the raid. Be awesome. See you on Friday, in which we'll have a fun Friday. Friday. Gotta raid into J. I don't know. Don't allow me to sing. worst thing ever is letting me sing and make up my own lyrics. Don't let me do it. Mm. Oh, and for Raiders, on Wednesday nights, we're known for rotating between various board games. And it just so happened that these were at the ready, and there's only like 4 more of the Arkham Asylum I need to complete so I can say the box is done. So I was like, well, we're going to speed run. Well, not speed run them, but we're going to give them the good old ADHD hyper focus on Wednesdays. And then we'll get back to Elden Ring, and we'll get back to the board game, other games. We'll probably be doing an Erdtree avatar for Elden Ring. And then we'll do clap traps to annoy Brush for Hire with. So that is looking like a boulder. It needs that hair to get out of the way. Thank you. We'll need to give it some black ink here soon, but for the most part, that's the idea we want to be going for. Dear Mr. Minishore, please stay on holder, please and thank you. How you doing tonight, Task? That's good. If you're not, give Studio J7 a follow if you've never checked out one of his streams. Such a great painter. And his streams are always so much fun to see where it is. You got minis of the whole shebang. Bazinga. Yeah. He's a great ambassador to the community. Good night, creepy kangaroo. Sleep well. May the eucalyptus not haunt you in your dreams. No effing speaking in lo-fi. That was a hard no. Magpie flapping wings left. The most sizable unit. Oh, that's good. Mm. I used to carry an old rule that I could not have more miniatures prepared to paint than I had paint handles at the ready. And now, flimsy. I have this big box of stuff that I have yet to touch or paint at all. These poor guys. These poor guys have been primed and ready to paint for nearly a year now and haven't gotten painted yet. One of the things I would consider doing is pinning it to help strengthen it. If you can't pin it or you feel that there's too much of a skill issue with that, pin, get a hobby drill and some wire and drill a hole in it so you can have a piece of wire to connect it. Very rarely. Very rarely, Nurgle. I try to do a lot of that off stream just because I find gluing stuff sometimes is very stressful. And for whatever reason, I do all that off. So I can just be really relaxed. That and cleaning mold lines is never fun. It's like the thing that I hate doing the most. I enjoy streaming. I hate cleaning mold lines. Yeah, do it in sub-assemblies is the next solution. Makes life easier. What's up, Heavy? How you doing, T? You're more welcome to hang. You're more than welcome to hang. No, all minis are goofy. That's why we buy them. If you buy something you don't like, then you're never going to enjoy painting it. It was one of the biggest pieces of advice that my dad gave in general is that whatever thing you want, get what you want, because then you'll be inclined to take care of it and you'll be inclined to enjoy it a lot more. Because if you get something you don't like, you're never going to enjoy doing the thing with that thing, right? So we now have a rock. I did good. I did a rock. I have a rock. Son of a biscuit, that's what I forgot to take a picture of. Yeah, we have a rock. Now we need. Oh, I keep meaning to grab a yellow, but Jay came in and I forgot to grab my yellow. Let me know gold what it'll be. All right. So there we go. We'll be drawing black lines a little bit later tonight. Uh-oh, my weight got a little lost in here. Whoops. Whoops, my highlight got a little wonky there. Whoopsie doopsie. There we go. That's what I want right there. There we go. Either the primer's over thinned or it's too thick. One of the two. You can always do more than one coat. And sometimes it's easier to do just a very thin coat of primer and it will still work. So the idea of priming is sometimes okay and sometimes not. You don't always have to prime, would be what I'd say. Or if you have a makeup brush, use that. It'll help. It'll help. I don't have any 3D printed figures right now to test on, but it will help. A lot of where priming came from was for GW stuff and resin. Yeah. You okay? What's up? Uh-oh. Storm coming? Blades! How are you? Catcher looked at me. She's like, what are you saying, dude? Dude? Okay. I moved the camera so people can see you. And you're like, human, I shall be a pain in the rear. What? What? Yeah. Love you. Doing A-okay. Yeah. Do quick coats and multiple coats would probably be best. I did not get super good coverage of my gray primer on these guys, but it's good enough for jazz, and I was racing through it. I should have washed them first, but yeah. Me. Talk soon. Be safe, Blades. Be safe. So if you do it quick and you get it covered, that I mean, it's really there to help be that first layer. So it'll help the paint stick. No, do it quick then. Quick, fast and quick. Fast and quick will get you what you need. Step 1. Lock all of it in. Step 2. Get all the gray areas in. Mm-hmm. That's what I should have done. Oh well, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Mm-hmm. Hmm? You okay over there? This is Zenithal from top down. Or it would be easier to do it this way. She is Zenithal. The reason why I grabbed her is that it shows it a little bit easier. So the highest parts are all white. And then you get your gradation of grays coming down from the zenithal. Nope. That's black and white. Um, you could use a black and white camera too if you wanted like a photo reference, but the light map kind of is written out for you in that way, and you can use that as your go by. Top down, just straight top down. That's what supposedly that's what zenithal means from the top down. I You can do it from whatever you want, right? So if you wanted to do just a black prime, give me a second. Yeah. So this guy is pure black, right? You can't see. So a lot of reasons why people do the zenithal is to help bring out the details and the shadings, so you can get an idea of where your highs are at and your lows are at. So let's say you wanted to do get my friend makeup brush right here, right? And since I have a gray on the palette anyway, I can use it. We get some gray. So if you wanted to do like a zenithal for a dry brush, you start here at the top and you be kind of heavy with it. And then you can kind of chill out a little bit like that. And you see how much of that detail just instantly pops out, right? Like just straight up. I didn't know this sword had so many details in it. And then what's next is you kind of come in, yeah, just to see the details. And then what you can do next is you can grab your white with still gray on the brush. It's okay. Rub off a good chunk of it. Now, depending on where you want your light source to come from with the brush, if you're going to do just straight down, hold your miniature and go straight. Yeah. So something like that. So your highest high, right, would be the tops of teeth and the tops of the head. And the rest of it kind of gets to be just blended in. Mama Leon, how are you? So you can kind of get an idea of where you want to place your values. So when I'm painting these guys, so what you could do is a wash of black, then your ink down a great deal. Yeah. And you can use that as a way to set your shadows. Yeah. Because just because it's all gray doesn't mean that you can see like all of the details in it. Wait a second. He gets to go here. All right. So I've got these guys, and you can't see on screen, but there's a lot of cracks and crackles in them. And it's But your cracks and craggles, right? If you take like a dark ink or something really quick and you thin it out a great deal, I need to be thinner, but you can see how much of that detail I need to keep going in there. And I wanted to use a white ink as a wash essentially to make all of the insides of it be very bright, which I can still do. I just need to first darken it down to then lighten it up. But, this would be an instance where you'd want to dry brush again to reestablish your highest highs. If your week can be over, I want my week to be over. That's how the rules work. That's a very good methodology to have right there. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's try it and see what happens. The other thing got too bright. I need to. It needs to knock it down again. It needs to knock it down. Yeah, but winging it is so much more fun. One month for what? I got you. I got you. Okay, I think she's going to leave me alone for a little bit, so I'm going to lower my desk for a smidge. Sorry about that. I looked in my Instagram. I was like, hey, I have a question. I don't know about you. I watched a bunch of videos too after I painted my first, and I was like, oh, I don't know what half of this means. I'm still going to continue to herp and derp my way through it. And we will figure it out as we go. I think the best question that comes up is when you're painting, is as you figure out what you need to do differently, or you figure out how to ask a question. I have spoken. Herp and derp is the way. How do you smoothering words? I can get there eventually. That's good. My highest high, I want to be just this color. which means all these white bits need to get. Well, I mean, if you want to prime the magpie, prime the magpie. But if you have a bunch of stuff primed and you're itching to do something, sometimes it's best to do the thing and paint something instead. That way you can put paint to something and be like, I actually like this. Or you're enjoying that thing, right?
Blizzard. Task who underscore plays underscore games just redeemed breathe.
Thank you for the take of breath. Yes, it's always fun to. I mean, once you get past the weird, though, it becomes normal, and you start understanding. And you get an idea of what you want to start tackling, right? Like I haven't done cell shading in a while, or trying to do cell shading in a long while. So I'm having to remember all of the rules that I was playing by. It goes. How goes Hootie? Yeah. Painting and building brush control is more important than worrying about where your shadows go. Unless you're a dedicated artist that has been around the block a few times, it's not the same because it's a point of frustration because your brain will start figuring out where things are supposed to go and not supposed to go. When they figure out where they're supposed to go and you start figuring out what you want it to look like, it becomes much easier, much more like breathing. When you're struggling with it and you're frustrated with it, it never becomes easy, and then it becomes unfun. And you don't want it to be unfun. It goes, Hootie. It goes. It goes well. Mm. I mean, myself and a couple of other people kind of talk about this every so often is, should you be smooth or should you be rough? And there are some folks that are team don't care and want things to be rough and tumble because it helps create a texture. And then there's times where you want something to be smooth, right? If something is smooth and you want it to be smooth, then that is the goal of the paint. But it is not a requirement all the time. Hmm. So start thinking about reasonable ways to set your goals, right? Take a step back and decide what you want to set your goal. Like, pick a miniature and go, what do I want to complete with this figure? Like, what goal do I want to set? Oh, why am I failing at getting this thing out of the box? Right? Like this Clayface, he's good, but he's not my best. But he's better. He's definitely better than the Selena I did. Or the Poison Ivy. Or the Hyenas. Yeah. But this guy's a little bit better to the cell shading ideas and tactics that I want to follow. Maxi Zeus really has that comic style to him. So sometimes when you pick a goal, don't focus on everything about the figure. Focus on the basics, right? So step one, make sure you get an even base coat. Yeah. Yeah. Just a brush. Because as you like every time you pick something to focus on, yeah. So like this guy, instead of I'm purposely being mindful about where I place my colors on him because I want the cell shading to work out the way that I want it to work out. Yeah. I mean, the sculpt is cartoony in its own right because you can kind of see some of the shapes here. So when I go back and I reintroduce the dark lines, I need to retrace over a dark line like right through here, put in something a little bit darker through here where I have like divots. I need to do the same thing on the face. But right now, it's really just about placing my colors down and making sure it's where I want it to be. Yeah. I mean, that's the point of like the board game. So between these guys and the Borderlands, I'm doing cell shading. Well, he's not cartoony yet. Yet. Right? You got to trust part of the process and start getting this stuff on there. Oh yeah, I plan to. Eventually I'll get to it. Eventually I'll get to it. It's just right now it's about placing the colors and getting them where I want them to be. Because the next step will come. Put in my black lines, but I don't want to do the black lines and then paint over it and then have to go back and redo the black lines, right? What somebody said one day during a convention is do the messiest thing first and then come back and do your finer things. Well, it's Killer Croc. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. I mean, it's all just one step away from something. You just have to know where the process is at. So I need to darken the whole thing down eventually. And I could do it through a speed paint or a wash, but I'm going to do it through the simple black lines. So if you ever look at like anime, I mean, these are the same two figures. I just haven't blocked in all of my stuff yet. I'm just picking out my colors. He's pretty chill. He's pretty chill in terms of color, right? Like her, you really need those dark lines to make that hair pop in the correct ways. Eventually, yes. Right there, she is, Sophist. She's actually on the desk. I grabbed her and Killer Croc. Just because Killer Croc was a big, flat, simple, easy color palette. No complications. Right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How you doing tonight, Sophist? You can't prime now. Yay! Did you see Pantera's bust that she's painting of the Hellboy? Looks awesome. I can imagine it being nuts. I So I bought a bunch of like colored films so I could do something similar to help me plan when I'm like big projects I want to plan with. I want to do something similar to what she did. Like I saw that and I was like, I can't believe she did that. Like it's just I saw like came back like an hour later and saw what she did. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw my brushes out now. Yada da 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 do. What's up, our great koala Tasmanian devil yap? I do need my thinner brush, and I need my zoomers. Yeah, I know. I know. I can be jealous, just a smidge. She won't like that I'm jealous of it, but I can be. She's a great painter and a great artist. Hey, hey. We're all allowed to be jealous of other artists, just a smidge. We're all allowed to be jealous. As long as we acknowledge it and we acknowledge why, it's okay.
Oh, thank you, Ari EQ's Mera coming in with the awesome people.
Harry, how are you? How was your stream? Your storm giants are looking amazing and awesome. Give me 1 second and I'll look up. Hello. How goes your day?
Oh, thank you, Spelling Mistake coming in with the awesome people.
Spieling as well. How went your snail? It goes more work done. I understand that. I understand that area. Be safe. Thank you for the raid, Spieling. Welcome in, Raiders from Area. I am working on Killer Croc from Batman the Animated Series, IDW's games. So we're just now getting to the really tedious part of doing all of the Dark Lines. So many Dark Lines. So many Dark Lines. And if you're not, give Area and Spieling both a follow. They're amazing people. Awesome folk. The Spieling is always so much fun for Chaos. I'm trying to do him justice, Jay. I'm trying to do him justice. I'm thinking I wanted to go with moldy skin. Honestly. I might switch it up. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. It's starting to get there a little bit better. A little bit more. I do have a crazy Canadian in chat. By the way, I heard some of your geese this morning. I need you to come collect them. I think I do want to go to a greener skin tone. I do tonight, good sir, Dr. Ferguson. But so Yeah, it needs to be green. It's too much monochromatic. It's not right. It's not right. Not right. It needs to be a different color. The song was getting way too repetitive for me. So, like this. Yeah, it'll be much better that way. It won't read as dark. Um, yep. And slowly starting to like this a lot more. Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. That's a lot. That's better. Bum. For now, you do not need to be wearing your zoomers. You can take them off your head, and you can get your anti-fatigue mat. Yeah, that green will be a lot better in a multi-skin. I'll need to finish getting his pantaloons in the black and white and redo his face. But yes, much better that way. Much more better that way. Take a moment or two to stretch. Maybe find a different playlist. I'm not digging this one right now. Sam, I am. I do not enjoy what I am hearing. You like my Killer Croc? I'm starting to like him a lot more now. You never know. Tune in tomorrow and it might be something different. Well, will be something different. Um, Tomorrow I should get a package from Hack and Slash, so we'll see what is in that, and we might give that a paint on Friday, or we might continue back to the Dungeon Dwellers. We'll see. It just depends on how tomorrow goes and if I can get it primed. How you doing tonight, Demon Slayer? Is that too bright? Yeah, I like that a little bit better with just that hint of white in there. With just the hint of white. Mhm. Fix that loop. Welcome back, Blades. How are you? Meh. Meh. Why are we meh? What are we going to be the meh about? Oh, your brain hates you. Oh, excellent. You contributed for me to playing a video game? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this one's gonna be not for Elden Ring. We're gonna play Learn to Kaizo. Learn to Kaizo. Willow underscore wonders that sometimes is in chat. Met her through video game streams, and we were talking. She's like, "I can get you set up for Kaizo." I'm like, "We can do a Kaizo. I already have the emulator. I just need to go to the things and find the things and play the games, right? And just play Learn to Kaizo and see what it's like. I just got to do the thing." But I like painting. I like painting. Then I made it a channel point redeem because people are like, "Oh, we've got to spend points on something. There's nothing to spend points on." Well, now you have something to spend points on. We'll do other things as well. Like I was trying to get to Melania Blade of Mikola and have a fail stream at that for 3 hours, but I have been very possessed on not the weekends to play and continue to paint and do other things. Yeah. Shenanigans, yeah. You were doing a video game stream a couple of days back, playing your little fire rescue, or your little I'm going to steal everything from the case game. Different Yab. That was Fire Yab Sam. Oh, okay. Okay, Fire Yab Sam. I didn't know you were tuxedo masking or moonlight masking. Yeah, we did an Elden Ring stream a couple weeks back, and only died 14 times. Did quite a bit too. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I painted that door and I don't know where it went, and I'm slightly concerned. The door may or may not have been a mimic. This is Killer Croc from Batman, the animated series. Which is weird he's in this box, because I remember him early on. Like, I remember him earlier in the series than what this one was. Oh, I gotta move alert. I'll be right back. We're back. Yeah, we need to do our dark lining again. Spottiest spots. How are you doing, Sharky? I'm awake as well. We've got Killer Croc that we've knocked out quite a bit today on. So we're about to put our zoomers back on and do our black lining with black ink to get our separations coming out to get a little bit more cartoony. But, you know, stretch the arms and hands really quick. Remember to take some breath. Take a deep breath. How you doing, Kristen? How goes your day? Horrible, but good. Oh, I'm good to see you, Boots. And Spotty has the best emotes for animation, and the bees, and the sharks, and the screes. Itchy in my heady. Oh, you won't be able to make it. Boo earns. Boo earns. Mm-hmm. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I'm going to be out of work for 3 weeks. The first day back would be. Oh, I see. Is it a semi-positive thing that you're going to be out of work for 3 weeks, or is it one of those things that it's like you have to do, but you can't avoid it? There. I need to do the backside top half. Hmm. Oh. Does feel good to go back to paint these guys this way. Honestly. A lot easier. A lot simpler. Mm. Mm. Stretchy. Stretchy, stretchy. Banana. There we go. There we go. Pants needs a little bit more. A little bit more TLC. Boom, boom, boom. Blades, fun dancing emotes, and the twerking penguin. Twerk, 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 twerk. I saw you in there, Grizz. Here we go. Here we go. Bum, bum. Let's get too wet. I need to go around and grab some water. I'll be right back. A GW trade. Hmm? Well, hello. What's up? Hmm? What's up? Are you afraid that I left or something? I just went to get some water really quick. Hello, gorgeous. Offered a clonk lure for a clonk miniature. Hmm. I mean, they may. That is within their purview. Hi. How are you, sweetie? Did you have a good nap? You got spicy tail going. Mm-hmm.
Catra. Painterly Git just showed up with new friends. Hope they have treats.
Yeah. How are you? This time, I didn't get almost rage you. How are you doing, Git? What were you up to? I'm working on this killer croc from IDW. That's good. You don't have Monster with you, do you? A Lady Cobalt. How scandalous. How scandalous. Yeah, Kitty needs some attention, apparently, so. Still abroad. Okay. Okay. Oh, how are you, sweetie? You want to say hello? You want to say hello to Get? Huh? You want to say hello to Get? You want to say hello to Jay? You want to say hello to Papa Nurgle? You want to say hello to Blades? You want to say hello to Kristen? Also, I need to get your care taken care of for when I'm going to be on for a week. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders from Painterly Get. I am Painty Paint Paints. On my side, if you're not giving Get a follow, please give him a follow. Lovely individual. He's starting to stream more and paint more, which we always encourage, painting more minis. We're working on Board Game Wednesday, so this is from IDW. It's Killer Croc. He's like, it's been a while since I've done the cell shading and cartoony style, so it's kind of fun to get back into it. Remembering all the rules I had to make up for it, and then getting my dark lines in there afterwards. Scoundrel and a black heart. Scoundrel and a black heart. What are you going to tell me next? Cooper's not a perfect gentleman? Shenanigans, I say. Shenanigans. But I do say, well, I mean, that's the original art. That's some of the artwork in the book. So his pants could probably be a lot darker, but then it wouldn't quite fit. But the Rock, for the most part, kind of follows the same line. Yeah. Just like Rascal is a perfect gentleman. Hmm? You like your water dish better? You like that one better? They got you one of the elevated ones, so it'd be a little bit more easier for you to drink. I mean, farts are funny. I don't care who you are. She's starting to look to see if she can get another treat out of the box. Toofy Pumpkin Goblin Army today too. Ooh. How many goblins is that? What's up? What's up? Huh? What's up? Okay. Mhm. Hi. How are you, sweetie? Hmm? 20 archers, 5 spider riders, 20 squig hoppers, 20 squigs, 2 squig herders, a shaman, a boss on a squig, and a mangler squig, and a goblin and a chimney. You now have to pay the goblin and a chimney, I said so. Spider Riders anime. But Jay, what if no? No. No. Spider. No. No. No spider riders. Right? Spider riders in Warhammer are fine because they're not spiders. But a Spider Rider anime says no, and it seems uncomfortable to me. There's a box of squigglings beside a moonshine. Is that again? I mean, you got some apple pie there. Pretty sure we can make that work out.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Jeans Minis coming in with the awesome people.
Green. How you doing, Johnny? How goes the Dark Angels? Hmm? Egg. 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 I thought of you last night. Instagram is good to go. Give me a second. Get. There you go. I was painting this guy up last night, and I was like, man, don't tell Johnny. I was painting with a lot of green last night. There was a lot of green, but I like it. I like it. It may not be creative, but it's definitely jamming. All right, so we got some. Squigs. I gotta love the squigs. Like the bad moon. Love a bad moon. And there's your spider riders right down there. I see them. Yep. And then these two guys. Look at these two guys. Seriously. Seriously. And then you have Get on Roscoe. Yeah. Yeah. So glad that you were able to get to your 300 goal. Good, sir. Mr. Johnny Jeans Minis. We're going to kill a croc. This is getting to the point I'm like, what else is there to really do on him right now? And I was going to get his spots to pop a little bit higher. There's also a dead background hidden on the Loon Shrine. The Loon Shrine, gotcha. Yep. From IDW. I like, so when they did the Kickstarter for it, I was like instantly in because I love the animated series. And it's a lot of fun. So the premise of the game is that you get to kind of replay the chronological order thing that happens. Ah. He's definitely turned a little. So I did start a little bit greener, or I started grayer. It's a little bit closer now with the moldy skin that I was using rather than the. It's like a weird cold gray, cold green gray kind of thing that they used back in the day originally. Because I remember him not being fully green, but not being fully gray either. It's just it was as close as I could get, and I'm like, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. His pants could be a little bit darker, but yeah, I don't hate it. It's almost yeah. I have to remember the rules that I was following for it, but I'm getting there and trying to remember how I was doing it all because I got to do her next. But yep, he was a menace. I was remembering him way earlier in the series, but I know I didn't paint him in the original box because the original box was like episode 1 or the first season, I guess you would say. And I swore Killer Croc was in season 1, but he definitely was not painted in the first box. Yeah, along with Clayface. I swear both of them were in season 1 because he had his own standalone episode. Because they were like, yeah, he wasn't a mutant. He was just a really strong wrestler. Yeah. So the almost cell shaded. I think I need to put them to the side and then we'll deal with the base another time after we get her squared away. Willow, how are you? Now I gotta look it up. Powers and abilities. Vendetta, almost got him. Sideshow, Trial, Bane, Love is a Croc. Why don't you tell me the order in which he came in? First appearance, Vendetta. Joker's favor was... You have a great night, Johnny Jean. But yeah, hold on. Realized I could just share this. That's what the original art was. He's not quite gray, but he's not quite green either. So kind of works what I did. Season 1, episode 21, yeah. So it must be the first half of the boxes, season 1 then. Because Harley wasn't introduced until way later in the series. And would explain, like, well, no, she was very early in the series, but her other things were not. Her pets weren't added in early on. Also, it's hard to remember how many episodes are in the first season when everything was aired out of like all kinds of jankiness. I don't know if I really want to tackle her right now. I got him done, or mostly done. We'll come back and we'll finish the base up later. I guess we could. Because she has that yellowy hair, we can focus on it right now. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sophist. I do like a good grok. We'll do the base to match the rest of them later. I have 4 more to get through. And then we will go from there. Take care, Sophist. You have a wonderful night and be well. See you tomorrow. All right. Now, I need to get her healer. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-da, bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, bum. Mm. There we go. Here we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. There we go. Ba-ba-bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. I do want to. Yeah. Keep to your current task. Need a plum. Plum. Yeah. Should. It's set for a month, so one person, if they donated 2,000 points a time, could make it. It would be a doable goal for 30,000. I set it up originally so the Lion Creative could spend his channel points on something. Thank you for the stretch, Jay. Yeah, I don't. I kind of look forward to playing some Kaizo. Goof off and just bounce around in it. I'll just need to get the ROM hacks squared away. Oh. Then if all else fails, Willow, we can always go back to Elden Ring. I'll take a look at it shortly. I gotta see what the reward's at. I haven't looked in a while. I have not looked in a while, but I will. I will do the thing. Oh, it is. It is getting to be the sleepy times, and I need to go find a channel to read. Who is on? AWOL's on. Size doing something. Thank you for that follow, Kadrix. And welcome in. Okay. No, Auntie's painting a tank. I don't. The tank gives me the willies. The tank gives me the willies. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. I want to say thank you everybody for being here tonight. It was super fun, super awesome. I'm so glad that everybody was able to make it. Friday night, we will be returning to painting again. We're either going to return to the secret idea that I've got going in my head, or we're going to be doing something for Hack and Slash. We'll see what happens. Tune in and let's see what fun is happening. Everybody have a great night. Have a great Thursday when you get there. And we will see you again on Friday. Because like Rebecca Black, we got to get down on Friday.